Hello, I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters. We hope you'll continue to watch as we discuss issues facing our community and provide you with the resources and information needed to find solutions. Welcome. The Black Business Expo is America's biggest business-to-business trade show. It's also a conference and networking event for business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and anyone that works for a corporation or who is inspired to start their own business. The event will be a little different this year due to the COVID, but it's still on beginning November 9th. We're joined by Dr. Eric Kelly, CEO of the Black Business Expo USA. And it's good to see you again, man.
Hey,
you're looking
man.
good.
Yes, and you know, I watch your show. It's awesome. I check you out all the time. And for people that don't know about your show, they need to know about this show.
You running for office?
Oh,
you don't have to say
no,
that.
but I'm telling the truth.
That's very
Sometimes
nice.
people don't tell the truth, and that's what I do.
Well, let's talk about the Business Expo. It is different, but just for the folks who are watching now who may not know, what's it all about? How did it get started? And what motivated you to get so involved in this?
Well, you know, it all started back in the 80s with my grandmother, who came to me with an idea about bringing business together, but more importantly, to do scholarships for kids. When you think about my journey, I had an opportunity to go to school on art scholarship, and she thought that was just too cool. And so once I graduated and started an advertising agency, she brought me an idea to do the Black Business Expo. And so we've been doing it for over 25 years. We've given out about 25 scholarships, and I'll tell you, the business owners and the corporations that participate, they have a ball. Because what I do is I do the advertising, the marketing, the PR, and all of the information, because most companies don't have large advertising agencies. They don't have large PR agencies or either large marketing agencies. So the Black Business Expo is a platform to allow them to come to a show that allows them to do business. This year with COVID-19, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
Many people are at their homes. And so after getting Zoom-atized, I call it Zoom-atized.
That's a great way to say it.
When you go to a lot of these meetings, you find out that a lot of times people are at home and they turn their Zoom on, you see their picture, and they just listen to what's going on. So I had this idea. I said, well, you know, the Black Business Expo this year, since we're going to do it online, why don't we do something and call it the Black Business Olympics? And what we're gonna do from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night is to train business owners on how to do more business.
That is so cool. Now, refresh my memory. Was this a one-day event or a weekend event in the past? And now I know you've expanded it to, well, it's a week-long event, isn't it?
Yes, it was a one-day event. The Black Business Expo was being held at the Marriott downtown. We would do about 300 business owners, about 5,000 people. And now what we are able to do is a little bit more than 5,000 people, because the platform that we're going to utilize is WebEx, and we can do 1,000 people a day. And so that's 7 days a week, about 7,000 people. But more importantly, we're going to train people about their business, because that is what I call a weakness in business. Sometimes you're in business, you're doing business, but you don't have a chance to work on your business. And that's what we're going to do this year.
Well, there's a lot to cover here, and COVID not only changed your expo, it changed the way we do business. And I'm assuming you're going to address that with business owners. I mean, what are the challenges today versus what it was, 6, 7 months ago?
Well, the biggest challenges for people like me, who like to get out, who like to talk to people, who like to go to meetings, who like to, I call it press the flesh, talking to people, finding out, are they excited about business? Because it's easy to be in business, but are you excited about what you're doing? And so the COVID-19 has kind of pushed a lot of people home. And while they're in their homes, they have to pivot to figure out, okay, how I'm gonna do a business. Our restaurants out here, they took it bad. A lot of the restaurants took it bad. But keynote speakers took it even worse, because speakers, the business is to go to places and speak. And one of the things that I've seen is a lot of the speakers who are doing speaking engagements and even entertainers, they can't go to the big audiences now. So how do they build their funnel of business? And so with Zoom and with WebEx and with GoToMeetings, that's the only way. But really, you can't sell your book. You really can't talk to people one-on-one to find out whether or not they're a prospect, whether or not they're sales, or whether or not they're just talking.
Well, you also mentioned the kids, which is a part of this, and the scholarships. How does that work this year for folks who are participating in this and getting money, of course, to the kids and scholarships?
Well, one of the things that I talk about all the time is the why we do it.
Right.
And the reason that we do it is to raise scholarships for kids. Our biggest challenge this year is a lot of the companies and corporations have been diverted to other things because of the way the world is. But our kids, what we plan on doing is pitch events all week long, leading from that Monday to that Saturday where we actually get about the scholarships. And the kids will pitch online why they want a scholarship. Now, one of the things that one of my board members mentioned to me that we're going to change is the kids who get the scholarships, which are laptop computers and up to $5,000, what we're going to do is we're going to have those kids to look at starting a business as opposed to just going to school. Because a lot of times, these kids, we're finding a lot of kids are starting business while they're in college to earn them some money.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
They're starting that young? That's
yes,
awesome.
Yes. Well, not only that, I talk about the cell phone, the smartphone that we have now.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize the smartphone that we have now is more powerful than the computer that the president had in 2010. So our kids are going faster, more rapidly than we were going. And if you got a telephone, laptop computer, you can go into business and make millions and millions of dollars. You no longer have the gatekeeper. You can go on Twitter. You can go on YouTube. You can touch people now. Where in the old days, you had to call the secretary, talk to the secretary had to set up the appointment. Then if something happened and you didn't make that appointment, it's 2 or 3 months before you can get an appointment. Nowadays, you can go on somebody's Instagram, Twitter account, and their LinkedIn and DM them, send them a message, and they will respond. That's a whole new world.
Oh, it is. And it all happens so quickly. Don't you go anywhere, and don't you go anywhere, because there is so much more to talk about. The Black Business Expo. It's happening despite the COVID, and it's doing it in a much better, bigger way. Stick around.